We like to believe that all history is a halting and imperfect preparation for the magnificent era of which we are the salt and summit. But this notion of progress is mere conceit and folly. In general, the wise in all ages have always said the same things, and the fools, who at all times form the immense majority, have in their way too acted alike, and done the opposite, and so it will continue, for, as Voltaire says, we shall leave the world as foolish and wicked as we found it. In the light of all this, we get a new and grimmer sense of the inescapable reality of determinism. Spinoza says, Epistle 62, that if a stone which has been projected through the air had consciousness, it would believe that it was moving of its own free will. I add to this only that the stone would be right. The impulse given it is for the stone what the motive is for me, and what in the stone appears as cohesion, gravitation, rigidity, is in its inner nature the same as that which I recognize in myself as will, and what the stone also, if knowledge were given to it, would recognize as will. But in neither the stone nor the philosopher is the will free. Will as a whole is free, for there is no other will beside it that could limit it. But each part of the universal will, each species, each organism, each organ, is irrevocably determined by the whole. Everyone believes himself a priori to be perfectly free, even in his individual actions, and thinks that at every moment he can commence another manner of life, which just means that he can become another person. But a posteriori, through experience, he finds to his astonishment that he is not free, but subjected to necessity, that in spite of all his resolutions and reflections he does not change his conduct, and that from the beginning of his life to the end of it he must carry out the very character which he himself condemns, and, as it were, play the part which he has undertaken to the very end.